Auto insurance in Florida is covered in many areas: bodily injury coverage, uninsured motorist coverage, personal injury protection coverage, PIP, or oftentimes called no fault, or medical payments coverage. In Florida, auto insurance coverage is separated into various areas: bodily injury coverage, uninsured motorist coverage, property damage coverage, which includes rental car reimbursement, and personal injury protection, which is also called no fault. In Florida, the only coverages required by law are property damage coverage and personal injury protection or no fault. If you have these two coverages, you are considered to be fully covered. Bodily injury coverage is the coverage used by the at-fault party to pay for the damages or injuries to the victims due to their negligence. Uninsured or underinsured motorist coverage is the coverage that you yourself would carry to protect yourself against an at-fault driver should they be either uninsured or underinsured given your injuries. The state with the highest rate of uninsured motorists at nearly 27% is the state of Florida. Stacked uninsured motorist coverage on one policy means that your coverage, at whatever level it is, will be stacked or multiplied times the number of vehicles on your insurance policy. For instance, if you have a $10,000 policy and you have 3 vehicles on that insurance policy, you would have $30,000 in coverage. It would be $10,000 multiplied times the 3 vehicles that are on that policy. In the state of Florida, you can stack uninsured motorist coverages across policies. Each of those policies would need to have stacked uninsured motorist coverage, but that coverage would be multiplied by the number of vehicles that are named across those policies. Unstacked uninsured motorist coverage means that you are afforded each individual vehicle named on the policy to the bare limits that you have for uninsured motorists. Property damage insurance coverage in the state of Florida is the coverage you need to carry to compensate somebody for their loss to their vehicle or other personal property. Florida no fault or personal injury protection coverage is the coverage that each person, regardless of fault, will use for the first $10,000 in medical care, in addition to lost wages and prescription reimbursement, among other things. Medical payments coverage is a form of gap insurance that you would use in coordinates with personal injury protection. Personal injury protection coverage will have a deductible and a copay. Medical payments coverage would come in to cover that deductible and that copay. When giving advice on what auto insurance coverages to purchase in the state of Florida, I would be aware that nearly 27% of the drivers on our roads are uninsured. So I would definitely purchase uninsured motorist coverage. The state of Florida requires you to purchase property damage coverage in addition to no fault and personal injury protection, but I would also purchase bodily injury coverage should you be the at-fault driver in an accident. You can purchase auto insurance in the state of Florida following an at-fault collision. You will have to get an SR22, which is a state-run insurance program, which requires you to pay your premium in full, otherwise they will not reinstate your license.